In this video, I'll be showing you how to use Azure and Amazon AWS images in your PlantUML diagram, like how you can use that images within your PlantUML diagram to build an architecture diagram, or maybe it can be anything related to your project. So there are some syntax which you need to follow, and then once you define that syntax, you should be able to use various objects within your PlantUML diagram. So to start with, I am in Visual Studio Code. Here I have installed an extension, PlantUML, and I've installed Java within my machine. Now, once you do that, you should be able to create a diagram. Now here, this is the folder. Now I've just create one file named as, say maybe Azure.puml. So if I want to use maybe an Azure diagram, now to start with, you start with start, just type in start UML, IntelliSense will pick that up, and then put in end UML, IntelliSense picks that up, and we'll just say Azure images. So if you want to build a architecture diagram which has Azure component in it, not all the Azure objects will be available, but then you can go ahead and start using some of them. Now, how to use that? You just need to include a file. So I'll just say include, and in angle brackets just type in Azure dash, and then these are the libraries. So you get Azure common, you get a various structure. Now I'm just going to show you a couple of examples, but then you can just go ahead and use different other things. Now hash include Azure common. Now this is a common thing, so you just copy paste all those things over here, and I'll show you what to write. Now here you get to see analytics. Okay, now this documentation all are available, you can just go ahead and use it. I'm just going to show you brief some of them. So under analytics we have Azure Event Hub. So if you want to use Event Hub component within your diagram, you can use that. And within analytics, then you have another folder which is Azure Stream Analytics job. So Azure Stream Analytics job. So you need not make any spelling mistake over here, because if you make a simple spelling mistake, you will not be able to import that diagram. So under Azure databases, you have Azure Cosmos DB. So Cosmos DB, and so on and so forth. So you can use all those different diagrams. Now this is, you have just included a reference to the diagram. Now if you want to use, say maybe an event hub, so I'll just use Azure Event Hub. So there's a kind of like a function, and then you can just name whatever things you want. Okay, so maybe I'll just call it as Event Hub 1, and then you just give a name, Event Hub ABCD, and then you specify maybe some more information, some info, and then you will specify some more information over here. So yeah, I think this three should be good enough. And just do a right click, preview current diagram. Now initially it may not load correctly. If you find any syntax error, you can just go ahead and explore what's wrong. But now yes, it has identified it correctly, so you get an Azure Event Hub, and this is the text which we have typed in, Azure Event Hub ABCD, and some information over here. You can add another block, so you can have multiple block over here. But remember, like, don't put the same name, because it will then not render correctly. So you just need to put a different syntax and maybe some different text, and then preview the diagram. So you can have multiple objects, but remember the ID, the unique identifier, should be different. So I have event hub 1, event hub 2, and then it will start rendering those two diagrams. Like that we have, let me minimize this a bit, and we have Azure Stream Analytics. So Stream Analytics job. So I'll just copy this Stream Analytics job directly from here. Again, you just need to specify what is the name. So SA1, just a unique identifier, and then you just say stream 1, and maybe 2000 BTU, and that's it. See the syntax, if it's correct, it will render. So Azure Stream Analytics job. Similarly, I can use Azure Cosmos DB, uh, and maybe something else. So I'll just say Azure Cosmos DB. So you can just copy paste this. Again, the syntax is you just put the identifier. So maybe CDB1, comma, database broad, and 5,000 units, something like that. Or you can put a space, or like the available space, capacity, tables, work items, and those kind of thing. In this example, I'm just showing you how you can use those within your PlantUML diagram. So you can have this. Now again, like you can, let me see if I can show you something. Like if I just say as A and this one as B, and maybe I'm just trying this out. I haven't tried it before. So A to B, preview. I'm just trying to establish that relationship. Like I've just given it an alias, and I'm just trying to establish that relationship between Azure Event Hub and Stream Analytics. Now, it is not allowing me to do that. Maybe I may have written some syntax incorrectly, uh, but I thought of like we can even link that object. But then, yeah, you cannot use an alias directly. Now we have named as Event Hub 1 and CDB1. So let's use that. So Event Hub 1, you need to put proper casing, and CDB1. So you cannot use an alias, but then you can use the identifier like Event Hub 1 or CDB1, whatever name you have put, and then it will establish that relationship. And you can go ahead and add multiple relationships. So I can even have a relationship of Event Hub 1 with Event Hub 2, and SA1 with the CDB1, and so on and so forth. So I'll just preview the current diagram, and then you can create those different architecture linkages between those diagrams. So that's how you can basically create that linkages. Now, as you see, it has this link created over here. So that's about Azure diagram. Now, if I go over here, click on new, and maybe Amazon.pml. Now for Amazon or AWS folks, let's start creating that diagram. I'll close the Azure one, click save. And for Amazon, syntax same, start UML, end UML, and here I'm gonna write like create an AWS diagram. Now I'm not gonna type in all the things. I'll just show you a couple of examples. So exclamation include, and in angle bracket, instead of Azure, now you type AWS. And similarly, they have this common, they have storage, they have compute, they have those kind of things. So I'll just add a common one, and then I'll just copy paste from the code which I have. So AWS common, AWS storage, Amazon S3, Amazon S3, Amazon ECR, Amazon ECS, ECS container. So it's all documented. These are just some of the example which I've used over here. Now how to use it? You just say Amazon ECR. So copy this, and you just pass maybe ECR. Similarly for, I'll just preview this first before I go further. So I'm just using Amazon ECR in the compute, and let me remove all the spaces over here, and let's see what's the error. So it's string line 11, which is I believe this. If it doesn't render, again just preview the current diagram. And you can also use Amazon ECS. Now I'll just use Amazon ECS instead of ECR. So I'll just copy this ECS, and here I will say ECS, and I'll put in angle bracket. I can even put the ECS container. Now I can use the ECS container, and then I will just call it as C1 or cont1, comma, maybe container 1, comma, call collections. Okay, and then I'll just close this. So like that, we can create different Amazon diagrams. Now, yes, you may have to work with the syntax correctly, because if you don't have the syntax correctly defined, then it will not render correctly. So let me copy the code which I have currently over here. So I'll just copy paste the code. So Amazon S3 service bucket, Amazon ECR, Amazon ECS. Let me preview the diagram. And now, as you see over here, this diagram is rendered correctly. So we have Amazon S3 service. So Amazon S3 service, which has two buckets, logs bucket and website bucket over here. Then Amazon ECR, which is here, Amazon ECR. And then we have Amazon ECS, which is this, and ECS containers over here. So there are specific syntax which you need to follow. Like unlike in Azure, we have the ID and then two strings. Here we have an ID, one string, and then we have one more object over here. And then for the other things, we have the id again, and then like a single line of text. So you can build similar diagrams. So that's it, folks. This is how basically you can use Amazon and Azure components within your PlantUML diagram. Now the list is not updated with the latest releases, but you should be able to find most of the component, like the storage account, the blob storage, the web apps, and those kind of things within Azure and Amazon diagrams. Thanks for watching.